Did you know that the number one reason why middle school students struggle in math is because they lack confidence? In this video, I will be showing you how to boost your middle schoolers' confidence so that they can finally understand and achieve academic success by showing you the exact steps and the exact process that I use. So, first of all, I like to discuss with my middle school student why math is so important. So, first of all, we like to talk about their future. And this can be anywhere from going to high school, attending college, or maybe what their burning desire is. And I like to use this term burning desire a lot. It comes from the book Think and Grow Rich, which I also like to utilize when I do my academic coaching with my middle schoolers. I tend to reference to this book often, and there's a lot of concepts that I pull from this. So, that's the first thing is why is math important? That it's really that math is going to get harder each year as they go. This math that they're learning right now in middle school is going to continue and it's going to build and it's the next layer and the next layer it's going to be coming in high school. And then once you go to college, perhaps if that's where you want to go, then that's it's going to continue building and it's going to continue layering on as you get in from pre-algebra to algebra to calculus and so on. So, the second thing is mindset. I like to talk to my students about mindset. And really, again, this ties into the book Think and Grow Rich, but I like to dig deep and I really like to get into the subconscious mind. And a lot of times, kiddos don't know what that is. So I have to spend some time explaining what the subconscious mind really is. And from there, I like to explain to them that it's 95% in your subconscious mind, which affects your conscious mind. So, with that being said, oftentimes my students are shocked and they are just like, wow, I have no idea. So, really, the significance of discussing why the subconscious mind works the way it does, and then really showing them how this is what gets you to change your mindset. This all ties in. We have to change our mindset about math. So if you're saying, I can't do math, I'm bad at math, oftentimes people, you hear this often, especially from the middle schoolers, my parents aren't really good at math. We're all just bad math people, and so on. So this kind of just goes to show that students oftentimes have this negativity in their head and it's in their subconscious and then it comes out, but they oftentimes are just very negative. I can't do this is hard, I've never been good at math, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So the third thing from there is, so after we talk about the importance of it, how it affects their future, that burning desire, then we talk about that mindset and the subconscious mind, how that affects and plays a big role. Then here's the most important part, is psychological scaffolding. So in my academic coaching, I use psychological scaffolding with my middle school students. And how this works is that I help them solve the math problem, for example, by scaffolding it and asking them psychological based questions that push them in order to answer it on their own. So I'll ask them a series of questions in order to get them to come to the answer. So all I'm doing is really guiding them. But oftentimes, what this does is students who are oftentimes they go from, I don't really know how to do this. Okay, well, what do you think we need to do, right? So that's an example of one psychological scaffolding guiding question. And so they have, again, they might still be stuck at, I don't really know, I don't get this. And it's like, you just have to keep, I would just have to keep guiding them to, okay, well, take a guess. Okay, now we're going to take a guess. And then I'll tell them, yes, no, maybe. Have you ever thought about this? And then so on and so on. So from there, I'm just asking them a set of probing questions and really guiding them to get to the final answer on their own without me telling them an answer, without me telling them a step. And within that whole process, at the very end, they're going to get to the answer. And that's when I then pointed out. So this is step 4, is pointing out that they did it on their own. Was I there? Yes. Was I there coaching and scaffolding and helping? Yes. But did I give the answer? No. So it's really important to kind of tell your student that they came to the answer on their own. And oftentimes, immediately, my middle schoolers will say, yeah, no, but you kind of helped me, so thank you so much, or whatever. They'll kind of throw it back on me, and that's when I'm like, no, again, I'll reiterate that I was there for you and I helped you and I supported you through it, but you got the answer by yourself. And so from here, they may be feeling one of two ways. Either they're going to be like, you know what, yeah, you're right. Or still, they might be like, yeah, well, I could never do this if you weren't here. So you're like, okay, let's do another one. So I give my kids another problem, same type of problem. We're not going to change anything significantly, maybe just the numbers, but it's the same exact problem. And then I'm like, okay, well, you try one. Why don't you try one? I'm going to be quiet. So what I end up doing is I actually leave for 5 minutes. I'm like, I'm going to give you about 5 minutes or, accordingly, depending on what the problem is and what they need to do. But I'm going to leave. I'm going to give you X amount of minutes. I'm going to have you try this on your own. Okay. If you get it, great. If you don't get it, that's also fine. We're going to come talk about it. Okay. And then from there, one of two things happens. Either they're going to come and get it. And when I come back, it's like, oh my gosh, wait, I think I got it. Or still, a little confidence, I think I got it, but I'm not really sure. Or I have no idea. I got stuck. And then we continue that process until you continue that process as many times as you need to. I typically do it about 2 or 3 times until they get to a point where they can solve it on their own. And from there, it's depending on the confidence level and where they're at. By the end, the goal is, oh my gosh, wait, you're right. I did do it on my own. And it's like, see, I told you, you did the first one by yourself. This one, I wasn't even there. So you solved it on your own. Now, this is a whole process and you have to continue building on this. And there's multiple stages after this, but this is like the number one, stage one or phase one, whatever you want to call it, as to how you can get your middle school child to start building and boosting their confidence. So, have you ever discussed the power of the subconscious mind with your child? If not, that's an important thing that I recommend that you talk about. By the way, if you want more help with your middle schoolers' math challenges, you can click on the link below and you can actually get a free session with me in the academic coaching that I do. Otherwise, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well if you'd like to get a hold of me and maybe ask me any questions that you may have. Otherwise, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.